Welcome to another video from the tutorial series on Resource Modeling Solutions Automated Modeling Platform, AMP. In this session, we will provide an overview of the project organization structure and permissions. By the end of this video, you'll be able to organize your project for optimal usage of the platform and set up proper user access. Starting from the Recent Projects page, let's explore a concept called regions in AMP. Click on the second icon on the left-hand side. This will take you to the Regions page. Regions in AMP are groups that can be created to organize and categorize your projects. Regions could be anything that makes sense to categorize your projects by. They could be geographical regions, such as Europe, South America, geological regions, such as North Fault Block, for example, and they could also be the model purpose, for example, grade control models and resource models. In the Regions page, we can see the number of projects within each region. We can see if that region is active or enabled, and we can manage a region. In the top right-hand corner, we can also create a region if you have admin privileges. Clicking in Create a Region will take you to the admin page. Here, I can add a name and description for my new region and determine user roles. We'll talk more about that soon. In the admin page, I can see a list of all the users in my account, including their name, title, email, and role. I can also see a list of all regions within my organization, and I can see some details in regards to my AMP deployment in the Deployment button. When editing a region, you can edit its name and description, and edit the permissions of other users. Permissions can be set on a user basis for the entire region or on a project-by-project basis. In this specific page, we are setting permissions for each user for the entire region AMP video tutorials. A user can be a viewer, an editor, an owner, and an admin. Hovering the cursor over the I describes the privileges of each permission level. For example, a viewer can create their own scenes, can duplicate another user's scene, can delete their own scenes, can view another user's scene but not edit it. The level of permission, as the name suggests, increases from viewer to admin. Here, I can also add another user to this entire region. I can then choose their permission level among these four options. So let's pick a viewer in this case and click Add. So I can see that this user has been added. I can also remove the recently added user just by clicking Remove. And finally, clicking Update will implement those changes. At the top right-hand corner, I can choose to enable or disable this entire region. Returning to the Regions page, let's now inspect the projects that are available in the region. Again, we'll be working with the AMP video tutorials region for this tutorial series. I have a single project in this region. If you've watched the previous video tutorial, you remember this project, Short-Term Modeling Workflow Example. In here, we can see some general project information such as project description, when it was last accessed, what is my role in this project, and if the project is enabled or disabled. I can also choose to delete, clone, or manage the project. Let's explore the Manage option first. Similar to the Regions Management page, here I can add the name and description of the project, and the user roles and permissions. I can also add another user, just like we did before with regions. Remember, permissions can be set on a user basis for the entire region or on a project-by-project basis. In this page, we're setting permissions for each user for this project only, short-term modeling workflow example. At the top right-hand corner, you see additional options. You can clone the project, which will create a copy of the project. You can upload the project and download this project, and enable or disable it. Let's inspect the download option first. Simply click in Download and you see a pop-up window while the project is being prepared for download. This download will include all settings and resources associated with this project. Once the archive is ready, simply click the Download button. This archive can also be uploaded into AMP to create a new project using the Upload Project button. Keep in mind that downloading and uploading a project is exactly the same thing as cloning it. Cloning might be more efficient as you skip the zip, download, upload, unzip options and move straight to cloning project. You might still choose to download the project to keep a backup with a specific timestamp for archiving. Now let's go back to the regions page and navigate our way through to our region page. In this page, I can also create a project to be part of this region. Just click on Create Project. This page already feels familiar, of course, because it's structured the same as the region and project management pages. So I already know what to do. Creating a project here would open a project from scratch with no resources available within. Now, this is a good segue to our next video. In the next video, we'll explore how we can create a project from scratch and add resources to it. Thank you for joining us in this session. Now it's time to apply what we've learned in this session to your own data and projects. Experiment with different regions and permission structures. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our support team.